Hi, I'm Ron Bissell. When I started Chemo, I thought those days would be the darkest chapters of my story. I was wrong. They became something else entirely, something I never expected. They became days when I learned to see differently, to taste sweetness more deeply, to find light in the smallest moments. This isn't a story about being grateful for cancer. It's about discovering that even on our hardest days, beauty doesn't disappear. It just changes address. The treatment center has these massive windows, floor to ceiling. I used to think they were cruel, all that life happening outside while we sat tethered to IV poles. But during my second session, something shifted. The woman next to me, Maria, pointed to how the afternoon light caught the dust particles dancing in the air.
"Look," she whispered. "Tiny dancers just for us."
I looked, really looked. The light wasn't mocking us, it was visiting, streaming through that window like it had traveled 93 million miles just to land on my arm, just to warm the blanket on my lap, just to turn Maria's silver hair into something that belonged in a Renaissance painting. Now I arrive early just to watch the light move. It starts pale and cautious at 8 a.m., grows bold by noon, then softens into honey by 3 p.m. Each infusion session has its own lighting, its own mood, its own gift. I learned that sunlight isn't something that happens to a room. It's something that transforms everything it touches, including me. Chemo changes your taste buds. Everything becomes metallic, muted, wrong, except for sweet tea. My sister brings it in a mason jar with ice that clinks against the glass, like tiny bells. The first sip is always a revelation. The sweetness cuts through everything, through the antiseptic smell, through the metallic taste, through the fog of medication. But it's more than the taste. It's ritual. It's love in liquid form. It's my sister's way of saying, I can't take this away, but I can bring you something that still tastes like home. That jar becomes my anchor. Something familiar in a place that feels foreign. Something sweet in a season that often tastes bitter. I've started noticing other people's anchors too. Coffee that smells like Saturday mornings. Peppermints that taste like childhood. Ginger ale that settles more than just stomachs. We all need something that tastes like who we were before. Something that reminds us who we still are underneath it all. You wouldn't think a chemo ward would echo with laughter, but it does. There's Jim, who names each of his IV bags like they're guests at a dinner party.
This is Gladys. She's helping with the white blood cells today.
There's Susan, who brings a different wig each week and gives them backstories.
Today I'm Veronica. She used to be a backup singer.
At first their humor felt inappropriate. How can you joke when everything is so serious? But I learned something about laughter in that place. It's not denial, it's defiance. It's saying, you can change my body, but you can't change who I am. It's finding the absurd in the awful. It's choosing joy even when, especially when, joy feels impossible. Last week my IV machine started beeping erratically. The whole room started beatboxing to match the rhythm. Nurses joined in. We turned a malfunction into music. That's when I understood. Laughter isn't about forgetting where you are. It's about remembering who you are, no matter where you are. I used to think beauty was sunsets and mountaintops and perfect Instagram moments. Now, I know it's smaller, quieter, more urgent. It's the way the nurse, Patricia, adjusts my blanket without being asked. It's the solidarity in a stranger's smile across the treatment room. It's the way my husband texts me pictures of our dog throughout the day. Not because anything special happened, but because he knows I need reminders of ordinary joy. Beauty is my daughter drawing pictures of us dancing and taping them to my bedroom wall. It's friends who still text me memes because cancer doesn't disqualify you from funny things. It's the way rain sounds different when you're grateful just to be alive to hear it. I've learned that beauty isn't something you find when life is perfect. It's something you choose when life is broken. And it's always there, waiting to be chosen. These chemo days haven't been easy. I won't pretend they have been, but they've taught me something I couldn't learn any other way. That we are more resilient than we know. That sweetness is sweeter when we almost lose the ability to taste it. That light is more precious when we've sat in darkness. That laughter is more powerful, when it rises from pain. I don't know what your hard days look like, but I know this. There is beauty waiting for you there. There is light streaming through windows you haven't noticed yet. There is sweetness in jars you haven't opened. There's laughter hiding in the most unexpected places. You just have to be brave enough to look for it, and sweet enough to let it find you.